Hi BAZAAR Singapore. Welcome to my home. Come on in. My name is Dr. Suan and I'm the CEO and Medical Director of Novi Health. Our mantra is health made simple, and that philosophy very much permeates even in my home and my design choices. This is our living room where we spend most of our time as a family, as well as welcoming guests that we love to host from time to time. Let me show you some of our favorite pieces in this room. Take this sculpture, for example. It's by Cheng Lu. If you look closely, you'll see that these are individual Chinese characters made out of stainless steel, all molded together to form this splash. Isn't that clever? This stone wall was individually hand-laid by craftsmen. And not only is it a very clever way of bringing in natural elements from the outside into the home, reflecting the exquisite workmanship of craftsmen, but it's also highly functional, housing some of our favorite artworks in this space. Let's now move over to the formal dining area. Now, when you sit at a dining table, obviously you have to eat. And the experience goes way beyond food. I think how you plate your food, the dinnerware, also contributes to the entire experience. And Them, as a fashion designer, was very well known. When she came out to do a line of tableware, one could instantly recognize the DNA behind it, where it was again clean lines, monochromatic hues, with clever hand-painted details in its original design, which you can layer and create very different looks depending on the experience that you like to provide for your guests at any one day. This house was built with a lot of love, 3 stories high. My 2 kids, my husband, my 2 fur kids, as well as our helpers live in this home. I really wanted to have elements of water and green throughout the house. In Singapore, we can't help it. It's an urban jungle. But coming home, we want a space that is tranquil, that evokes a sense of calm and relaxation. A tall order for our architect, but he really delivered. One of my favorite greens in the home is this bonsai plant right here. We selected it in the nursery during the pandemic, and it was meant to fit perfectly within the circle of this Moongate-inspired wall in front of it. Now let's start moving up towards the 2nd floor. Come with me, and as you see on the walls again, even going up the stairs, lots of artwork from local artists that we feel are very much deserving of support. And now we get to the 2nd floor, where you see that this table houses some of our favorite ceramics from local artists such as Iskandar Jalil, as well as Han Sai-Por. And these pieces really segue very well into these pockets of green chairs where we can just curl up, relax at the end of the day. The artworks here are by Jane Lee, and she's an artist, as you can tell, that probably defies what we normally think to be paintings. Not just paint on canvas, but using paint as medium for the artworks, challenging whether paintings and artwork should just be 2-dimensional, but indeed can be 3-dimensional, and perhaps everything in between. I love these clever ideas behind what artists and craftsmen are trying to create to push the boundaries of what we accept to be norm, to pull out more beauty from everything within us, together with the collection of drinks that we have here in this private living area. You'll see again more artworks by Jane, and these were all collected at different times, very different years. And let's transition to different spaces within the upper floors. We have our home office right here. We spend a lot of our time at home, so we still surround ourselves with our art collection across all walls, as it leads into a very serene, private sanctuary for us, the bedroom. And it wasn't intentional, but it just happens to be that a lot of the artworks within this space, as well as the furniture, are from women artists or designers. Take this Huss chair, for example, again by a woman designer who understands curves, ever so comfortable to sink into. So I think you can see by now that we love art and have a lot of it on our walls, but there's another space which is within my wardrobe, that I believe there's also lots and lots of pieces of art. Come on over and I'll show you. As we move into the wardrobe space, there are lots of considerations when it comes to the design. The devil is in the details. We need lots of good storage space, so it goes all the way up to the ceilings. One of my favorite sections is the section that houses the bags. And I like to collect very timeless pieces, but also ones with distinctive character. Again, my love for art, I guess, shines through. And one of my favorite items for the season is a collaboration between Yaya Kusuma and Louis Vuitton. It's very bright, a yellow pumpkin in a bag, very timeless despite the fact that it's such a bright pop of color, and I think will withstand the test of time. And we now get to the top floor of the home. This is where we spend a lot of time as a family, just chilling out, sometimes playing board games, sometimes working together, chatting, and we have a fridge and a toaster, so if anyone gets hungry or thirsty, we have ample nourishment as we just hang out together in this space. So this space has much more of a relaxed vibe. We seldom ever find time to watch TV, but when we do, we often gather here as a family, sometimes with friends. Both my kids are avid tennis players, so we're often cheering for our favorite tennis players right here in this space. I hope you've enjoyed a tour of my home. I really enjoyed showing you around and sharing the thoughts and inspiration behind each design element. Thank you so much for visiting, and I'll see you next time. Bye, BAZAAR Singapore!